Hello and welcome back, or welcome if you are new here. My name is Justina. Welcome to my channel. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back and thank you for joining me today. So here today I'm going to talk about Pluto and Aquarius transit, which I have already actually discussed last year. But this year I'm going to give you a little update, a fresh take on this event, which is going to take place around the 21st of January 2024 until September the 1st. And then Pluto will be in Capricorn until the 19th of November, at which point it will move into Aquarius, where it will stay for almost 20 years until 2043. 44. In 2044, it will leave Aquarius permanently. It will move into Pisces. So here we've already had a little taste of this transit last year when Pluto was in Aquarius between March and June. However, this time around, this year in particular, Pluto will reach the 2nd degree of Aquarius, and then moving forward from next year onwards, it will move forward without returning back into Aquarius. So here in the last few years, we have already been moving into this Aquarian energy with Jupiter in Aquarius and then Saturn in Aquarius, Jupiter and Saturn conjunction. So the world has been evolving, technology, AI, especially last year, we saw a massive rise of AI. AI is everywhere. On Zoom, Grammarly, everything that I use, Canva contains AI, of course, lots of other things as well. But just to give you some more examples, so what else is changing? Of course, space travel, the creation of robots as well, technology, architecture is going to, of course, evolve. Working from home has become so popular during COVID, and it has already become even more popular as we move forward into these Aquarian energy. But at the same time, even the way the weeks are structured, so like a 4 days week, which has already been incorporated in a few countries across the globe, that ability to understand animals, which is actually one of my favorite things. So we had a little bit of that last year with the scientists being able to understand the whales, but it will evolve as we begin to understand animals. We will also not want to eat them anymore. So here there will be even a greater rise in veganism, vegetarianism, and maybe the approach to animal care and farming is also going to change in a positive sense as our understanding of the animal language evolves. Having said that, here we are going to see lots of creation of communities, tribes, greater interest in astronomy, well, astrology, of course, and human design. So generally here, as we move into the air, which is fast moving, you will see how things will evolve quickly, so quickly. The world will change drastically and at a very fast pace, and the jobs will change as well, of course, because we will move away from many jobs, because many things we can actually do ourselves. Like we can design our own templates and even logo, graphic design, for example, can be done now independently through Canva. So that's just one of the examples. Basically, with that emphasis on the air instead of the earth, as we moved from that Capricorn energy, it's generally what we, and actually I'm here, this is something that a different astrologer mentioned years ago. My teacher, Wendy Stacy, she said something that really stuck in my mind. She said that what we know is going to play a greater importance, our intellect, our knowledge, information, that what we own as we move away from that earth energy, physical, material energy into the air. So the intellect, the knowledge, this is where the great emphasis will be. All right, so let's have a look what this transit will mean and bring for you on a deeper level. And I'm going to share my screen with you now and follow your rising sign, because this will be most accurate. So you can also watch it for your moon or sun sign, but prioritize your rising sign. Here, the moon or the sun is just to give you a bigger picture. Okay, let's see if you can. Okay, you can see the screen. That's fine. So Aries, for you, this is happening in your It's happening in your 11th house. So here groups are emphasized, of course, friendships. But what it is with Pluto, Pluto is the planet of death and rebirth. So with Pluto entering this area of the 11th house, this could be generally a time, especially in the initial phase of the elimination. So you're eliminating any blockages, any negative influences that blocks that ability for you to move forward and to reach your goals, because this is the house also that rules our goals and long-term plans, objectives. So if here, Pluto will generally make it very visible and make you bring into light whatever obstacles stand upon your way, whatever people in your life are a negative influence. So there is this strong realization that you might experience, but at the same time, it's self-reflection. So you will be reflecting upon your life, your past achievements, and at the same time, this is a time when you will be reassessing, reevaluating your social circle, your networking environment, and this is a time when you'll have to look deep and close and see who becomes, who belongs in this new reality and who doesn't. So this is a process of elimination in many ways, because Pluto brings this massive transformative energies that prompt you to generally take a closer look at your environment, at your social circle. So here, yes, a time of when you will be eliminating, letting go of certain friendships, groups as well. This could be also when you will be attracting people into your life who are on a similar journey as you. So this could be about attracting Aries rising individuals who are going through a similar experience. And there could be this mutual understanding. You might have this strong need to create your own tribe or to work towards a specific cause. Obviously, it's not going to all happen at the same time. This is like a 20 years influence, but these are like some really huge changes. So you are generally, sometimes you might feel like you have no control over certain situations in your life, impulses. And it's time to shift. It's time to change, redefine your goals, see what is needed, see what needs to be changed as well. And the same with your social life and your social circle. So you're letting go of also any outdated beliefs that are connected to how you connect with other people, because this could also transform if you've experienced difficulties in relating to others. Now Pluto with these massively transformative energies could help you to see things from a very different light. So how you relate to others could change as well. This transit could also bring some wounds from early in life connected to your group involvement, friendships. But this is an opportunity to heal them, because you will see them from a different light, different perspective. And here, based on those experiences and who you are today, you can heal, let go, and move into a much brighter future in terms of creating these goals, friendships, and hopes for the future. Right, so let's have a look at the next sign. And this is Taurus rising. Taurus, for you, this is going to take place in your 10th house. And of course, this is massive because the 10th house is one of the most important houses in the chart, along with the 4th, 1st, 7th. And the 10th house, yes. So this is just a huge death and rebirth here in this area of life. So basically, it will play out differently depending on your circumstances. If you've been dissatisfied and unhappy in your career, then this transit could generally give you that inner power to break away, to quit, and find something else that will bring that fulfillment that you may have lacked in your life. It's not an easy process. It's not going to happen overnight. Initially, this could be a time of crisis, self-reflection, a time of strong contemplation, letting go of outdated ways of doing things, outdated beliefs regarding your career or your objectives. So lots of letting go at the same time. But here, if you've been always wanted to perhaps start a career in the area of life, or in the area that perhaps seemed out of reach, Pluto here could also help you to make it happen, because there is this huge transformation, and whatever wasn't working, whatever wasn't stable is going to go. Any unstable professional relationships will go. Any people that block your ability to move forward, that make you feel limited, restricted, and stop that ability to grow professionally will also go. So this is a massive time of a self-reflection, elimination. Now, if you've been fulfilled in your career and happy, and this transit could mean that you'll be moving into a very new role, position. This could be a time of moving forward, of opportunities coming your way on a big scale. But at the same time, you will have to implement some changes. There could be changes going in your organization as well. Now, here the 10th house deals with our parental figures, especially the ones that were visible, that were public. And this could mean that you'll be also letting go of perhaps something that was engraved in your psyche since you were a child. But if you no longer, or if you never really related to that, to what you were taught growing up, and especially if it negatively influences your ability to connect with others, to grow in your career, then this is also a time when you will be letting go, eliminating this sort of beliefs. You could be retiring now, changing your status, getting married, engaged, separating. Here, this is the area of our status as well, not just career. Right, so let's have a look at Geminis. Geminis, for you, this is happening in your 9th house. So here, this is quite a significant one, because during this time, you will be transforming your belief system, your life principles, especially if you feel like you never lived, you never related to your beliefs. Perhaps your life principles were based on your family's principles. Your parents may have engraved some of those principles, and you didn't have the inner strength to let go, to redefine them, to stand your ground. But here, with Pluto coming into your 9th house, you will find the inner strength to let go of what isn't, of what is outdated, of what isn't needed, and also of what is blocking that ability to grow, to move forward, to reach your purpose. If you felt like you are not following your purpose, or if you didn't know what it was, then during this transit, you will figure it out. But there is a lot of self-reflection going on, a lot of need to truly understand which direction to follow, which direction to take. Now, if you've been following your purpose, on the other hand, if you have already gone through that process of self-discovery, you might really use it to your benefit and grow. Perhaps this could be about a new coaching career. You could be transforming what you do. If you've always wanted to teach, guide others, then this may very well happen. Now, at the same time, if you are a student, you might realize that what you study is not what you want to do, and perhaps you might create some transformative changes in this regard, or perhaps add an additional, or sign up to an additional course of study, in order to feel more in line in terms of what you want to do. Here, whatever travels that you do in the next 20 years, they will have a transformative effect upon you. You might decide you want to learn a language, you might get a citizenship, you might relocate to a different country as well. So lots of opportunities here with this transit, without a doubt. And For those who never believed in astrology, suddenly with Pluto moving into their ninth house, you might suddenly become interested in astrology. And you might go through a spiritual awakening as well. Okay, so let's have a look at Cancer. Cancer, for you, this is happening in your eighth house. The eighth house here, actually, Pluto feels comfortable in this house because Pluto is the modern ruler of Scorpio. A deep transformation here going on a deeper level. Now, this at the same time, initially, this could be a time of a crisis for some Cancers, when you will be when you have to face some deep feelings, emotions from the past, and these may show up through the different sort of circumstances, conversations, or generally, even if you watch a movie, this sort of thing, suddenly some deeply rooted feelings and emotions might show up. This is a time of letting go in many ways. This is a time when you will be able to face your fears, face some trauma, and finally let go. It's all about letting go. Now, for many Cancers, this could be a time of when you will be reinventing yourself on a deeper level. Now, you might seek some help from a psychologist, therapist, a coach to help you understand yourself slightly deeper. And this is also a time when you might become really interested in occult, in astrology, in order to truly understand oneself. So it's all about healing the past, healing any trauma, any difficult emotions you may have gone through early in life. Now, this is also the area of life when you will attract some deep connections. And you will have to be maybe more selective when it comes to any more profound connections that you established in your life. But with the eighth house influence, you crave depth, you crave soul-like connections as well. Your approach to these deep connections, to intimate matters, might also change, transform in some way. This is also the area of life that deals with any investments, shared joint resources. So there is also some transformative energy going on. Perhaps if you manage to establish a relationship before Pluto left Aquarius, then perhaps your area of finances is changing, those joint and shared, because you have formed a solid commitment. So here, this area of life is undergoing a shift. But overall here, with the eighth house, this is also when you have to take a different approach to how to mortgages, to how you handle money that is not yours. So mortgages or any loans, debts in the banks, whatever you've been doing up until now might not work anymore. Whatever way you've been handling money, you might be also changing your bank, or your savings account might be undergoing a transformation of some sort. So here you will know best how it will play out in your life, but these are some examples for you. Now let's have a look at Leo. Leo, for you, this is happening in your seventh house. So huge transformation going on in the area of one-to-one connections, how you relate to others. And it's a long transit. And here, this transit will depend on your circumstances. I think for some, this will be connected to your career. Perhaps you're quitting your job, starting something different. Or perhaps this could be about exactly starting something bigger and different and better. So this could be about some transformative connections you might be already forming, or you will be forming in a very near future. But overall here with Pluto in the seventh house, you'll be attracting people who are very deep, profound, scorpionic in their nature. So people who will have a strong impact upon you. But also you have to be mindful of who you let into your life here during this transit, because there could be also people who might want to overpower you, or people who might even if they have good intentions towards you, they might cause a little bit of disruption in your life as well. So something to generally be aware of. But overall, here, if you're single, Pluto may very well bring a relationship, and it's likely to bring a relationship that will transform your life. Relationships that have been struggling for quite some time might break. But here with Pluto, it's essential that you are honest to one another, because with Pluto in the seventh house, you can accumulate a lot of karma if you're not acting in a fair way manner. So, for example, if you are in a difficult relationship, if you want to break away, and if you meet someone else in the meantime, and you will be generally in a different relationship while still in that old relationship, this is actually something to better avoid, because it will have it could have difficult consequences. So here, honestly, and it's essential to first resolve what you are already involved in before starting something else and something serious from the karmic point of view. You will find this in the evolutionary books. But yes, some transformative energies, connections, relationships are on the horizon. Relationships that are healthy and strong will also go through a transformation, because how you see love, how you perceive love, how you relate to others will transform, and perhaps you'll have different expectations now. And your relationship will go through a phase of a transformation, adapt when one of you or both will have to adapt. Perhaps you're starting a very new phase, and you're planning it to have a child or buy a house. So lots of transformative plans might be on the horizon as well. Right, so let's have a look at Virgo. And Virgo, for you, this is your sixth house, which deals with your lifestyle changes, your work environment. So many Virgos will undergo this big shift when it comes to their daily life, their lifestyle, without a doubt. But at the same time, Pluto here is also in the sixth house connected to cleansing. So this is also when you might go through this strong urge and need to purify your body, to go on a detox, to eat healthier, to live better. So here, your life as you know it today, or some aspects in the current reality, have fulfilled their purpose, and it's time to implement something new and fresh. And especially since this is Aquarius, so it's all about these fresh, innovative ideas. You might be also attracted to get a pet, something very unusual, very unique, like a reptile, for example. Well, for me, it's unusual even though I've got 7 tarantulas at home, or even 8. But it's still unusual. So you might be attracted to something unusual that is for you. At the same time, you could be also entering a brand new career, because you've got Uranus moving into Gemini very soon. Jupiter will be here from the 25th of May. This could be about work-related changes, employment-related changes. Perhaps you're learning new skills as well, because you want to set up your own business, because you want to grow in the existing career. So here, your approach to health, diet, what you eat is also here changing. So the outdated ways of living are going to generally gradually dissolve as you implement something fresh and new into your daily life, into your daily routine, into how you your approach to diet as well, in many ways. How you work, perhaps you'll be working from home, or you'll be traveling to the office, or generally Aquarius likes to do things on their own terms, their own way. And here there could be a little bit of that rebellious energy in place as well, especially since Uranus is on the way to Gemini. I'm not sure if I said Uranus or Pluto, but I was talking about Aquarius. Aquarius is connected to that rebellious energy. And then Pluto in Aquarius here might also prompt you to do things differently, follow your own way, and that need to live on your own terms is especially here emphasized, and it will be as we move towards Jupiter in Gemini transit and Uranus in Gemini as well, which is already going to start gradually from next year. Okay, so here Libra. And for Libras, let's see. Can you already see? Okay, good. That's fine. Libra, for you, this is your fifth house. The fifth house deals with the creative self-expression. The fifth house deals with conception, children, romantic side of life, with Pluto being the planet of death and rebirth, regeneration. When Pluto moves into your fifth house, this is when you will be reflecting a lot upon your past. So, here our wounded child might become alive again. If perhaps your ability to express yourself creatively, to be confident about who you are, was crushed before. Pluto in Aquarius in your fifth house will make it more apparent, visible. So lots of self-reflection here will be in place, and you'll be eliminating any blockages, any negative energies, any negative habits, or even people who generally don't contribute towards your growth, who are a negative influence upon your life. And perhaps even you might be distancing yourself from these negative influences to start with. You will be reinventing yourself throughout the duration of this transit when it comes to that creative self-expression. New hobbies, new interests could be on the horizon. Perhaps you're thinking about becoming self-employed, having your own business. Yes, this is very possible here, especially since we've already had that Jupiter in Aquarius a couple of years ago, then Saturn as well. And now Pluto is also going to cross the degrees that were already influenced and present in the last couple of years. And here, for those who have a business or want to have a business, Pluto is bringing these transformative energies, is empowering you, but also you have to see what needs to be eliminated, what needs to be changed. Anything that's outdated is going to go. And any resistance will make it even more difficult to move forward, move along. Now, at the same time, for those who've been trying to have a baby, now with Pluto in Aquarius, you might finally conceive. Or perhaps you will have a baby very soon. But Pluto brings this massive transformative energy. And here, having a child during Pluto in the fifth house transit will have a really strong impact, influence upon your life as well. So here, your interests, hobbies will transform. Anything that is outlived, anything that perhaps you're no longer interested in, but you're still carrying on, will also go. Now, at the same time, yes, you'll be healing your inner child as well. And this could be also about major changes happening in your children's life. And they could be changing, they could be going to university, they could be getting married, separating, but there are some big changes that would also have an impact upon you in some way. So that's also very possible, speaking from my mom's experience. And she's a Libra rising, and that was definitely the case for her, and is still. And all right, so what else? Yes, love, romance here. Many Libras will be in relationships because you've got the South Node in your first house, the eclipses influencing your first and seventh house, Pluto moving here. Perhaps you're starting something brand new after this karmic 19 years karmic cycle is finally coming to an end with the eclipses now in the first and the seventh house, along with the nodes. And you're starting a very different relationship with someone who has a very different influence upon your life, something that you haven't experienced before, something that you've been craving for a long time. Right, so here we go, Libras. Thank you very much. And let's have a look at Scorpio. So hello, fellow Scorpios, and welcome. So here, the fourth house, of course, is a very sensitive area of life. And Aquarius here, so new ways of living, new ways of seeing things and perceiving life as you know it. Many Scorpios, as I mentioned in my previous videos, will be relocating, changing their environment. Lots of changes here in the home sphere, but also this is connected to the family dynamics. And your parents, your parental figures, perhaps they are going through major changes. Perhaps they are, if they've been separated. for quite some time. Perhaps the mother or the father will be forming new relationships with new partners, which then would have a huge impact upon your emotional well-being. This is also connected to many, many memories coming back from the past, from the early life. Of course, it has been the case for me. It's difficult, it's emotional, but here, generally, it's an opportunity for letting go. And if you may have already experienced that last year, I definitely have experienced when Pluto was in Aquarius. So this time around, yet again, everything is coming back, and it can be very emotional. It can be very emotional, but maybe it's time to put everything to rest and just learn from those experiences, accept what you can't change, and move forward. Learn from these experiences if you can. Now, at the same time, your approach to the family dynamics could also undergo this major shift. Here again, you're moving away from whatever has fulfilled its purpose as you move into the new future. So generally here, yes, this is about old memories coming back to the surface. Your understanding of the past is going to be different to what it was before when you were much younger. This is a time when you can heal these memories, but it will take time. At the same time, so yes, that emotional side is very, very influenced. Changes in the home, so yes, relocation, move, very possible. And then, yes, changes in your parental figures' lives as well, which would then impact your life on a bigger scale. The world, as you know, it is transforming, and this is just the beginning. So we've got 20 years. We'll see what will happen in these 20 years, but these are usually the themes that occur. It can be a time when you might need, it's a time of self-discovery on a deeper level as well. Self-discovery, I myself have been really going through some huge self-discovery on a very different scale and level, and I want to do things differently moving forward because with us Scorpios, we reinvent ourselves every 9 years. And this is a time when you might feel like, okay, this is a shift, a transformation. And now, you're older, you're seeing things differently, you perceive life differently. How can you change to avoid making the same mistakes yet again? So here, it's not just about the home and relocation, but it's also a time when you are changing on the emotional level as well. And it's huge. It's a time of maturity as well in many ways. And I think it's yeah, I think it can be difficult, it can be emotional, but I think it's necessary because there will be lots of new realizations, fresh ideas that can help you to evolve, that can help you to grow. If there is someone or something that stand in the way towards that emotional growth and development, then they will go from your life. Move away, because that's what Pluto does. Pluto is the planet of death and rebirth. For us, Scorpius, it's even more it's different because this is our modern ruler. So any changes here, they impact us quite differently than other signs. So there is this shift, change of mindset, change of dynamics. All right, so let's move on and see what's going on in Sagittarius horoscope. Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome. So for you, this is your third house. The third house deals with your mind, your intellect, your community. This is a time when you will be changing your social environment, your social circle is changing, especially the people in your community. There will be people who will leave, depart your life. New people, new energies will enter. They won't always be the right influence because Pluto is connected to these transformative energies. So you have to be selective and see who do you want in your reality, in your life, and who perhaps is not such good influence. And perhaps you need to think things through and see things from a different angle. But at the same time, here with Pluto, you have this strong need to get to the root of any problem. You've got this probing mind. So lots of Sagittarius rising individuals will be going through some phases of major research. Now, this could be connected to also diving into very different topics. You might become really interested in psychology, psychotherapy, mental health, or astrology, something of a deeper nature, something that will give you a deeper understanding either of the self or perhaps of life as you know it. You could be studying, engaged in researching, in knowledge. You generally, with Pluto in the third house, you absorb knowledge pretty quickly and easily. Here, quickly, Aquarius is an earth sign, so things move quickly with that air energy. You might be also interested in starting perhaps a blog or some kind of activity connected to communication or sharing knowledge. If you've been actively involved in social media, perhaps during this time you might decide you want to quit completely. Or if you never wanted to have a social account, now with Pluto in Aquarius, you might decide you actually want to get involved. Now, big changes in your community, so people that you socialize with on daily basis, regular basis, some of them might move away from your life intentionally or not, but they may have already fulfilled their purpose in your life. At the same time, this is also connected to changes in your community. Perhaps your town, the place where you live is expanding. There could be big changes happening as well. And there could be also change in dynamics with your siblings, next of kin, how you relate to one another could also change. Perhaps some deeply rooted feeling issues from the past could now become alive. It's a time to heal and put them to rest. I know it's easier said than done, but Pluto can bring a lot of energies from the past that were never healed, dealt with, especially the ones connected to your intellect, to your communication style. If you feel like your that ability to believe in yourself, in your intellect was crushed in some way in the past, it will become more apparent during this transit. But here you can find a way to overcome these energies, put them to rest, and find the inner power and believe in yourself. So perhaps you'll have this strong need to learn more about something that perhaps you feel like you lack knowledge about, but also this is also connected to gaining a driving license. If this is something that you've always wanted to do, it may very well happen. Travel is emphasized, short distance travel, especially, and some really transformative experiences when it comes to travel and media technology. Perhaps you'll become an influencer of some sorts, because here Aquarius in the third house is very much connected to that social involvement. Right, so now let's look at Capricorn. Capricorn, for you, this is happening in your second house. So big changes in the area of money, how you handle money. And if you've been feeling burnt out in your career, in what you do for a living, Pluto here might prompt you to transform. Perhaps if you've been employed for a long time, feel kind of demotivated, maybe this transit will be about for you about setting up your own business, or at least a side hustle to start with. This transit will also help you to find your passion. The reason for that is because we've got Uranus stationed in direct very soon, Jupiter in the fifth house. So maybe in the initial phase of this transit, you could find that inner spark, some skills and talents that were never really fully developed now could become suddenly alive with this transit. Pluto in Aquarius, you might be more involved in technology, or you might become interested in working online to earn more money and to improve your finances. There is this massive need often with Pluto in Aquarius in the second house, more specifically, to be financially sufficient, financially independent. If you've been financially dependent up until now, Pluto in the second house will generally push you to seek that financial independence. And this is an amazing time for doing so in here this year, because you've got the South Node. So if you're not happy with what you do, the South Node can drag this out from your life, along with Pluto and Aquarius in the second house, and help you to find that your purpose. So yes, so changes connected to your income finances. You might be going through a major clear out as well, getting rid of things you don't need. And because here we might be moving away from that physical material world, decluttering, getting rid of material objects you might no longer relate, connect to many of them. And here there could be a greater interest on learning, studying. Perhaps you might get involved in perhaps some new course of study, something that could help you, not initially, but overall, something that could help you to generally generate more income. There could be this greater interest in the economy, in finance. Perhaps you'll be studying or taking some courses, especially when we've got the eclipses next year in Virgo. This is when this interest might become even more apparent. Studying something connected to the economy, finances, finance. Changes connected to your career, income, how you make money, how you spend money, how you manage finances could undergo a major, major shift. You need to be cautious with your money. I think especially in the initial phase, it's not a time to take risks. You'll be also moving away from some outdated ways connected to money making or saving money. There's this huge, huge shift and transformation going on without a doubt. Self-worth, self-esteem are also here highlighted. And if there is something or someone that negatively contributes to that ability to be confident in your life, then here, this is a time of major, major changes, eliminations, because of that self-reflection going on or taking place. Right, Aquarius, of course, this is a big one for you. And whenever I talk about Aquarius and Pluto in your first house, I think about myself going through this transit when I was a child. Because if you haven't watched my previous videos, I was born with Pluto in the first house in Scorpio. So it's huge. It's huge without a doubt, big transformations for many, many years. And this could be because it's not about something that, you could change your style. Yes, you could change your style. You could get a tattoo or color your hair, for example. Aquarius here, ascendant individuals, they also always have something unique about their physical appearance. If you had that inner, perhaps fear to be your true self because of other people potentially judging you, now here with Pluto in Aquarius, you might finally stop caring and just be your true self, be whoever you want to be, and just stop caring about what other people think and care. Now, on a different level, here with Aquarius, this is generally connected to some big changes. So, for example, if you've been trying to have a baby for a long time, now it might suddenly happen. This big transformation. If you've been wanting to have your business, but you failed for many years and you've been unhappy in your employment, with Pluto moving into your first house, suddenly things could change and you will finally achieve your goal and your purpose. If you've been single for many, many years and if it was difficult to find the right partner, here Pluto will finally bring a marriage candidate to you. Now, at the same time, this is also a time of letting go because it's not all going to be just amazing all the time because you have to let go of outlived belief systems, outlived emotional patterns, themes, connections, friendships. Yes, people will depart from your life. You will be undergoing changes. You could be relocating as well. It won't always be your choice. Maybe your partner received an opportunity abroad and suddenly you have to relocate. It's not comfortable, but you want to support your partner. You want to carry on this union relationship, and you will commit to this decision. But you need to get out of your comfort zone. But it could be a happy ending in the end, but it's uncomfortable at first. You are pulled out. Now, yeah, so with that fourth house, Pluto, I would say you're pulled out from your roots. Maybe you are, but with that first house, you are pulled out from your old you and you need to adjust into a brand new life, brand new reality. It takes time. It's not comfortable. The unknown is scary at times, but this is a necessary process in the journey, in that evolutionary journey. I'm saying evolutionary because I've been reading an evolutionary book about Pluto when preparing for this video. So, yeah, so huge shift which will transform your life as you know it. But lots of opportunities are around on the horizon. So it doesn't have to be scary, but it will require some work as well moving forward because you are moving into a very different reality. And I think this is really exciting because your life is changing in big ways. And I've seen many Aquarius rising, and there are a lot of astrologers on YouTube with this rising sign, and I've seen them grow quite substantially during Pluto and Aquarius transits last year and the eclipses. So I'm very happy for them. And I hope this is the case for many other Aquarius rising. I also have some friends and they finally are finding fulfillment, and they feel like they are reaching their purpose after a long time of the unknown. Right, so here we go, Aquarius. Thank you very much. And let's move into the next sign. And Pisces. Pisces, for you, this is your 12th house. So here, I think Pisces, you're going through so many things, and with that sensitive nature of Pisces rising, you've just started a new phase with Saturn in your first house, which I think was necessary. And brand new cycle, 29-year cycle. And I think this year will be especially felt on a deeper level as Saturn establishes itself really properly and fully. Now, the 12th house deals with our subconscious mind. You'll have lots of dreams throughout this transit, dreams connected to your past lives, dreams connected to, even this could be related to the current reality. So definitely pay attention to your dreams. Many Pisces, since Pisces is a pretty psychic sign, you will go either through your spiritual awakening if you haven't yet, but also this is about the opening of the third eye. And so your intuition will be really heightened during this time. And I think it's great for those involved, not especially maybe, but yes, for those involved in healing jobs or anything to do with spiritual work, because it will help you to in your healing work, when you help others and when your intuition is heightened, this can really help you to guide others in a new way, or yeah, in a new way maybe, with that Aquarian energy. At the same time, this is a time when you'll be moving away from some outlived beliefs, outlived life principles. It's an amazing time to break away from some addictions and negative habits that negatively contribute to your spiritual life, especially spiritual, because this is the 12th house, the hidden area of life, the house of spirituality. And this is when you want to connect to the source. You want to be at one with others. There's that increased compassion and empathy, and you just want to do things right when Pluto is here and Saturn in your first house. And it's a good time for just closing the chapters in your life that fulfill their purpose. Because actually, with Pluto in the 12th house in Aquarius, if you resist the change that is happening in your life, it will be more difficult to move into this new reality. So it's better to just go along, go with flow in order to fully engage with these energies. So yes, breaking away from negative habits, addictions, closing chapters that fulfill their purpose as well as you move into this new reality, because there is a lot of spiritual energy and intuition, heightened intuition. There will be a lot of healers that are created with this Pisces rise on the ascendant and the 20 years cycle of Pluto in the 12th house. So lots of beautiful, beautiful opportunities here with this transit, but it's a time to really cleanse yourself, move away from negative habits, routines, addictions. You can fix your sleeping pattern, but your dreams will be very vivid. So journaling is recommended, meditation, yoga, anything that helps you to feel relaxed. You might be really interested to discover yourself on a deeper level through spirituality, astrology, tarot, numerology, human design. And it's really beneficial this time. You want that true understanding of the self on a much deeper level. This will help you to get through this transit because there will be closures. That's the 12th house. But at the same time, this is a time when you can really evolve spiritually on a bigger scale. Mental health is also highlighted here with this transit, mental health. And if you experience anxiety, worry, then this transit can also help you to perhaps face these challenges and find new ways to help you to deal with them, especially if they contribute, negatively contribute to your life, to your daily life. Thank you very much, Pisces. All right, so we reached the final sign for this forecast. Thank you very much for your attention. I hope you enjoyed this video. And I will see you next time. Bye for now.